Have you ever found yourself in this situation? You've just finished a consultation, maybe in your aesthetic practice.
hmm
You've explained everything perfectly, shown amazing before and afters, answered all the technical
You
stuff.
feel like you nailed it clinically.
Exactly. But then that polite little phrase, I'll think about it. And, well, they walk out. Sound familiar?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a really common frustration, isn't it? You did the clinical part right, but something didn't connect.
Right. So what's really going on there, the core idea we're diving into today, is that the secret maybe isn't just the clinical skill, though obviously that's crucial.
It's foundational, yeah.
But it's mastering the conversation. It's less about what the treatment does scientifically and more about, deeply getting what the client really wants to achieve.
That's such a key distinction because sometimes that really thorough clinical explanation, it can actually overshadow the client's own feelings, their own vision for themselves.
And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're looking at some really profound insights from Dr. Ari Masudi.
Right. The molecular biologist turned science tech business consultant.
Yeah, he was a researcher in regenerative medicine, too. Now he offers this masterclass called Aesthetic Communication Mastery, from consultation to conversion.
And it's packed with these communication shifts specifically for aesthetic docs.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack these critical shifts, the ones that separate, the thriving practices from the ones that maybe struggle a bit more, moving from just presenting treatments to having these, empowering conversations about transformation.
And it's important to stress these aren't tricks or like manipulative tactics.
Yeah, they're not.
They're really patient-centered ways to build trust and uncover what truly motivates someone.
Okay, so before we jump into Dr. Masudi's specific shifts, let's talk about the client's mindset for a sec. When someone's sitting there thinking about aesthetic treatments, what's actually going on inside their head, psychologically?
Yeah, that's crucial to understand. It's not like buying, a pair of shoes. There are three really powerful things happening: vulnerability, investment, and what you could call transformation anxiety.
Okay, break those down a bit. Vulnerability, investment, transformation anxiety.
Well, first, vulnerability. They're talking about their appearance, things that might make them feel insecure, maybe for years. That takes courage.
Sure, it's deeply personal.
Then there's the investment. It's not just money, although that's significant. It's time, it's emotional energy. They're investing in a vision of themselves.
A future self, maybe.
Exactly. And that leads to transformation anxiety. Will it work? Will I look weird? Will people notice? Will I regret spending the money? Am I just being vain? These internal questions are loud.
Wow. So the purely clinical talk, even if it's brilliant, might just fall flat against those fears.
It often does, because you're talking milliliters and muscle relaxation, and they're wrestling with these really potent internal anxieties.
How can you, as a practitioner, maybe pick up on those unspoken fears? Are there clues?
Oh, definitely. It's often in the nonverbals, isn't it? That slight hesitation before answering a question. Little shift in posture when you mention a certain area. Maybe their eyes dart away when talking price or recovery. Micro expressions. They tell you a lot.
So you need to read the room, not just listen to the words.
Absolutely. Your words, your approach, it either fuels those fears and leads to, then I'll think about it, or it dissolves them. It turns the anxiety into excitement. Empathy really is your bridge here.
That really reframes the goal of the consultation, doesn't it? Connect emotionally first.
Okay, this leads us perfectly into the practical stuff.
Yeah.
Dr. Masudi's communication shifts. He contrasts consultation killers with connection creators.
Yes, and we've kind of grouped his 15 tips into about 7 core themes to really explore them.
Right.
And what's great about them is how they recenter the whole conversation around the client. It's all about building that trust by focusing on their world. Okay, theme 1, uncovering the client's true vision. So many practitioners, they want to be helpful, so they jump right in with recommendations. What's the killer approach here?
The killer approach is being the treatment prescriber. Okay, based on what I see, I recommend Botox here, filler here.
Seems efficient, maybe?
It seems efficient, but it reduces their complex feelings about their appearance down to like a shopping list. It makes it transactional.
Right. It commoditizes something deeply personal. So what's the connection creator alternative?
Become an outcome explorer. Instead of prescribing, you ask something like, before we even talk treatments, just help me understand what changes would help you feel absolutely amazing when you look in the mirror.
Ah, I see. That shifts the focus entirely. It's about their feeling, their outcome.
Exactly. You become their partner in exploring their vision. You start speaking their language. And then once you understand that vision, don't just list everything you offer.
Okay, so what's next? Because they might have several things they want to address.
Right. So the next killer is asking, okay, so which treatment do you want to start with? That puts the burden on them to decide, often without fully understanding their own priorities.
They might feel overwhelmed.
Totally. The connection creator move is to become a priority partner. Ask something like, okay, for this transformation to feel like a total success, absolutely worth the investment for you, what needs to happen, what's most important?
So you're uncovering their decision-making criteria.
Precisely. It's about budget, timing, subtlety, longevity. Understanding their priorities helps you connect your solutions directly to their goals instead of just rattling off options.
That makes so much sense. It guides them instead of overwhelming them. Okay, theme 2, framing value and sustaining the relationship. This often comes up around cost, right?
Oh, definitely. The absolute trust destroyer here is just dropping the price. The treatment cost $800.
Boom. Feels cold. Transactional again.
Exactly. It turns their dream of transformation into just another expense line. The better way is to be a value discoverer. You help them articulate the value.
How do you do that? How do you help them see value beyond the price tag?
You connect it back to their vision. Ask, okay, if we achieve that natural, refreshed look you mentioned, how would that impact your confidence, maybe at work or socially? What would feeling that way be worth to your overall happiness?
Wow. So they state the emotional value themselves.
Yes. And when they articulate it, the price shifts from being an expense to being an investment in that feeling, in that outcome. They co-create the value. And this idea of value needs to carry through into follow-up too.
Right, the follow-up call. How do you do that without sounding like, you're just chasing the booking?
Well, the generic follower approach is that call. Hi, just wanted to follow up on your consultation. It kind of reminds them they haven't decided yet.
Yeah, it can feel a bit awkward.
Instead, be a progress partner. Try something like, hi, since we spoke, I was thinking about your goals and actually came across a new technique that might give you even more natural results for mentioned specific concern. Just wanted to share that. Have you had any more thoughts about moving forward with their transformation?
Oh, that's smart. It shows you're still thinking about them and adds new value.
Exactly. It shows continued investment in their journey, not just your schedule. It reinforces that you care.
Really powerful shift. Okay, theme 3, igniting interest and planning with precision. Let's talk about time. Everyone's busy. How do we ask for their time without making it feel like an obligation?
Yeah, the mistake is being a time claimer. Asking, do you have time now to discuss options? It frames the conversation around your need for their time.
Okay, so what's the alternative?
Be a benefit teaser. Instead of asking for time, offer an intriguing insight.
Give me an example. What does a benefit teaser sound like?
Maybe something like, based on your skin quality and bone structure, I'm actually seeing potential here for results that could easily take 5, maybe even 10 years off your appearance visually. Would you like me to show you what I mean?
Ooh, that's compelling. It sparks curiosity, makes them want to spend the time.
Right. You're offering a potential reward for their time, not just requesting it. And then, when it comes to actually booking the treatment, avoid being the appointment pusher.
What's wrong with just suggesting a time? I have an opening next Tuesday. Seems practical.
It can feel a bit presumptive, like you're assuming they're ready and it fits their life. It puts your schedule first.
Ah, I see. So the connection creator approach
is to be a comfort creator. Frame it around them. Say something like, I really want to make sure the timing for this feels perfect for you, for your comfort and convenience. Thinking about your lifestyle and goals. What kind of time frame feels right? Is there anything specific we should plan around for the best healing?
That puts them completely in control of the timing, making it about their life.
Exactly. It respects their process, makes it collaborative.
That's a huge shift in dynamic.
Wow.
Okay, theme 4, navigating readiness and external factors. How do you figure out if someone's genuinely ready without being pushy?
Well, the treatment seller blunder is that direct question. So, are you ready to book your Botox? It's so easy for them to just say, not yet.
Sets you up for rejection almost.
Kind of, yeah. Instead, be a readiness reader. You gently explore their comfort level.
How does a readiness reader phrase that?
You ask something open-ended, like, what would need to happen for this treatment to feel like the perfect next step for you right now?
That opens the door for them to voice any hesitations.
Precisely. It shows you care about their confidence in the decision, not just ticking a box. It helps you understand what barriers might still exist for them. And sometimes those barriers aren't just internal.
Right. People talk to partners, friends.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
So the decision demander who pushes with, do you want to move forward today?
Yeah.
Often triggers that I need to talk to my spouse response.
Yeah, that creates pressure.
Exactly. A support seeker acknowledges this reality. You might say, many clients find it helpful to discuss these kinds of decisions with their partner or a trusted friend. Is there anyone whose opinion is important to you as you consider this? Would you like any information to share with them, perhaps?
That's really considerate. It normalizes involving others and positions you as understanding.
Yes, it shows you respect their process and their relationships. No pressure, just support.
Love that. Okay, theme 5 is about tailoring the experience to their unique story, moving beyond generic promises.
Yeah, the classic expectation trap is saying, oh, you'll love your results. It's well-intentioned, but it's generic and honestly can sound a bit hollow.
Creates skepticism, maybe?
It can. Instead, be an experience explorer. Dig a little deeper.
Exploring their past experiences.
Exactly. Ask something like, to make sure you have the absolute best experience here, I'd love to understand any previous aesthetic treatments you've had. What did past providers do that made you feel really confident and well cared for? Or maybe things you didn't like.
So you learn from their history to tailor their future experience.
Precisely. It builds enormous trust because you're focusing on their definition of a good experience. It helps you become a true personal consultant, not just a generic recommender.
What's the key difference there? Generic recommender versus personal consultant.
The generic recommender says, most people in your situation go for this package. It implies you haven't really listened to their specifics.
It makes them feel like a number.
Right. The personal consultant says, okay, considering your really active lifestyle, the fact your skin is sensitive, and your specific goal for just a subtle enhancement, I'm actually thinking a slightly modified approach might be perfect. Let me walk you through why this would suit your specific situation.
That shows incredibly thoughtful consideration. Huge trust builder.
Massive. It proves you've connected all the dots of their unique story.
Okay, theme 6. Building trust by removing pressure. This feels critical, especially around pricing or promotions.
Absolutely critical. The fastest way to kill trust is the pressure play. You really should book today to lock in this special pricing.
Ugh, yeah. Instant salesperson vibe.
Totally destroys the advisor role. To be a true aesthetic advisor, you have to proactively remove that pressure.
How do you signal that clearly?
You state it directly, something like, look, even if you decide this isn't right for you now, or you want to think about it longer, or even explore other options entirely, please know I'm always happy to answer any questions that come up down the road. Your comfort and confidence in your decision are way more important than my schedule or hitting a target.
Wow, that completely flips the script. It puts their well-being first, explicitly.
It does. And paradoxically, removing the pressure often makes people more comfortable moving forward when they're ready, because they trust you implicitly.
That's a really ethical and likely effective long-term strategy. Okay, final theme, number 7, proactive support and confidence building. How do we wrap up a consultation in a way that empowers them?
Well, the common way, the passive position, is ending with, okay, great, let me know if you have any other questions.
Seems polite enough.
It's polite, but it puts the entire burden of action back on the client. And often, if they have niggling doubts, they just won't call back.
Okay, so how do we be proactive?
You become an active supporter. Instead of putting the ball in their court, you actively help them resolve any lingering uncertainties.
What does that sound like in practice?
You might ask, okay, as you think about making this investment in yourself, what final details, maybe specific examples or reassurances, would help you feel completely excited and totally confident about moving forward?
You're inviting them to tell you exactly what they need to feel 100% comfortable.
Exactly. You're actively working with them to remove any final barriers to their confidence. You're ensuring they feel fully supported right up to the finish line.
What a fantastic set of practical, actionable shifts. This deep dive into Dr. Ari Masuda's communication framework really highlights something profound, doesn't it?
It really does. These shifts work because they respect just how personal, how vulnerable these aesthetic decisions are for people.
It's a total mindset change, moving from, selling procedures to genuinely supporting someone's transformation journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because aesthetic medicine isn't like other fields. It touches so directly on self-image, confidence, how people feel about themselves. Clinical skill gets you in the game, but empathy and communication. That's what builds the trust needed for true partnership.
Your clients are bringing you their hopes, maybe some insecurities too. They're investing a lot emotionally, financially in a vision of feeling better, feeling more confident.
And your communication is the bridge or the barrier to that trust.
The most successful practitioners, the ones building thriving practices, seem to grasp this deeply.
They do. They know clinical excellence opens the door, but it's their ability to connect, to communicate with empathy that makes clients feel safe and excited to take that journey with them. It's about guiding dreams, not just selling services.
So a final thought for you, the ambitious practitioner listening right now. Thinking about these shifts, which single one could you maybe focus on this week? What small change could you make to start moving from being a treatment seller towards becoming that transformation partner?
How might just one of these patient-centered approaches start to change not only your conversion rates, but more importantly, how your clients actually feel during their journey with you?
Definitely something powerful to reflect on.